So I don't really have any plan or structure for this video, let alone a script. So you guys are going to kind of forgive me if I end up repeating myself a lot or if I just kind of sound like I'm making it up as I go. But with that said, 3 months ago I made a video that went semi-viral discussing how Warframe is kind of slowly decaying as a game. And it went about as expected. And just kind of a heads up, this might come across as another video as me bitching and complaining about a game that I barely even play anymore, but just for your own sake, if you don't want to hear any of that, just click off this video, go outside and do something, I don't give a shit. I'm officially done trying to pander to this overly sensitive, thin-skinned, frat cult of a community that this Warframe has turned into. So I'm just going to go ahead and get to the point so you can go back to watching the 27th How to Mod X Warframe guide video. Me and most partners don't got shit for you guys anymore. You guys want and only want Warframe content from YouTubers, but YouTubers can't make Warframe content when there's no content to work off of. The only channels I see doing really well these days are meme channels and shitpost channels. That's because they can use Warframe as a medium for their comedy. Every other channel that's succeeding is basically a news or topic channel that just regurgitates the same shit over and over and over again. Hell, this video might be considered a regurgitation of someone else's video. You lot keep telling me over and over again, stop complaining and just play something else. Well, bitch, we're all playing something else. Mugamu's playing whatever hot topic's available, Rio's playing Mortal Kombat, iFlynn's playing Remnant and playing the drop Warframe altogether, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. But they're not the only content creators. Well, that's not the point. Warframe focused channels are dying because Warframe is not trending in anything. Warframe is the same today as it was 5 months ago when Fortuna came out. Oh, but we got all these new skins and what about Tenno? Skins are not content. The occasional cosmetic is fun, but Jesus, there's a reason that a huge portion of the player base is constantly saying Fashion Frame is endgame. I don't really try all that hard with Nightwave because most of the rewards are just cosmetics. The level 30 reward is an operator skin. An operator skin. Content creators can't make anything interesting or compelling about skins. You either like it or you don't, the end. But Reaper, there's so much more variety in the missions, it can't be that bad. I might have missed a couple, but let me tell you how many missions there are in Warframe. There's 10. Assassination, extermination, capture, sabotage, defense, survival, excavation, hijack, defection, and rescue. And that sounds like a lot for a free-to-play MMO, right? Until you really stop and realizing there's 10, out of those 10 missions, there's 3 types of objectives. 2 of which are kill X amount of things, 6 of which are defend X things for X amount of time, and 2 of which is grab X thing. That's all there is in Warframe. We had raids, and that mixed things up a bit and required some skill and team coordination, and DE got rid of it. Oh, Reaper, just shut up already. Railjack's gonna fix everything. Yeah, just like how Fortuna was gonna fix everything, the Profit Taker was gonna fix everything, this new Banjo that's coming out is gonna fix everything. And, you know, I get it. It's gonna revive the game for like a couple months. But what then? What do you think is going to happen after the 30th How to Build Railjack guide? How to Farm Railjack Consumables and Resources guide number 47. We can't make a year's worth of content out of a month's worth of game content. Like, I don't think you guys can really ever really understand or appreciate or really note how it really is stupidly difficult to make good content about a game with no content. You want funny moments? There aren't any funny moments in Warframe. The only funny stuff that happens in Warframe is scripted events and system bugs. Fail moments? You can't fail in Warframe. The game is so brain dead easy that you can play it while watching anime and reading the subtitles at the same time. I know, because I do it all the time. What about guide videos? We can always use more guide videos, right? There's only like 6 dedicated channels to how to mod X weapon. How do you mod the Soma Prime? I don't know, maybe use the same freaking build that you've been using for the last 80 weapons? The only channels that can utilize their creative freedom is, again, commentary and comedy channels. The rest, again, is just regurgitation of information that everyone already knows about. I always get asked, Reaper, are you ever going to cover the recent dev stream? No. Why not? because 7 other channels covered everything that stream said with extreme detail to make their videos longer. Look, I'm taking a risk by kind of jumbling up most of content creators together in one pot here, but we didn't apply to DE to become a partner 6 to 15 times for no reason. We wanted to see Warframe grow and expand as this revolutionary game that towers above 90% of AAA releases. We want to be a big part of this game's development. But more and more and more, being a Warframe partner hardly feels any more important than being a Guide of the Lotus. And look where that went. A lot of us, YouTubers and Twitch streamers, pour paragraphs of feedback into the partner Discord, and it often feels like basically 90% of it goes either completely unread or just disregarded or thrown into the "thank you for your feedback" pile. I often think back to when Revenant first came out and how utterly mediocre he was and arguably still is. Triberos threw idea after idea at DE to make him more fun and initially more enjoyable to play and more effective to a squad. He gave detailed explanations and even animated examples about how Revenant could be in a really amazing frame. All of that, and none of it was acknowledged by DE. And Revenant basically is already part of the back burner of "we'll work on it later." Look, I don't think DE is a bad or corrupt dev team like certain folks are spewing on YouTube or Reddit. They're still infinitely less toxic towards their consumers than almost every other developer out there. They do recognize their partners for what they do, and my channel alone owns a lot of success towards them. Although I've grown to honestly kind of hate the community because of how toxic it is towards me, itself, and other games, I still hold digital extremes with high amounts of respect, and I appreciate them for showing that relationships between developers and consumers doesn't have to be a constant game of Russian roulette. But I've come to remember and realize that DE is still a company, and like any company that wants to succeed, they build to wherever the money goes. That's why they mainly only appeal to new players and fashion-focused players. They don't appeal to veteran players like me because we know how to navigate the market and avoid spending money for platinum as much as possible. We know how to farm prime parts and such in order to go to the market and basically get free platinum to get the skins basically for free. Whereas new players often have no idea how the market even works or how stuff should be properly priced, so they're more unlikely to actually buy platinum to buy skins for something they really like. But as time goes on, Warframe just feels less and less like a sci-fi MMO and more like a mobile game made by Bethesda. But I'm not going to spend this whole video just complaining about Warframe. I'll get to the main point I'm even making this video in the first place. Focusing on being a Warframe partner has become drastically different than being able to focus on becoming a YouTuber. I've spent the last 3-4 months really asking myself if this YouTube thing is really worth all this hassle. My main income nowadays is mainly from Patreon. Views are low because there's nothing worth covering in Warframe, and I mostly have a Warframe subscriber base. To be honest, I've been generally miserable because there's essentially no fun or profit in even making videos anymore, let alone keeping this channel afloat. It's kind of become like being a dishwasher in Denny's all over again, except at least in Denny's I could afford to go out and eat once in a while. But after a lot of thought, and I mean a lot of thought, sleepless nights, and borderline zoning out in my chair on a daily basis, I decided I'm not just gonna let my channel sink with this game. I'm not gonna let my channel die just because I let this cult of a community tell me that I can only play one thing. I'm not gonna just let my one chance of escaping an 8-to-5 job lifestyle slip away because I conditioned myself to doubting everything I say or make. So this is my official branching out announcement video thing. The last video, and technically this one, will be the last Warframe video you see on this channel. Unless it's a major update like Railjack or New War, I'm no longer going to be making Warframe content. I'm going to do what I said before, I'm going to make reviews and critiques like I've kind of always done, but for different games that actually want and deserve it. And because of that, I'm going to need to ask you guys that if you're here just for Warframe, I need you to unsubscribe from my channel. I know you thought you never heard a person actually ask you to unsub from their channel. I'm not trying to sound overly dramatic or tough. I need you guys who are just purely Warframe purists to get out of my sub count because I need to know where I'm going to be starting from. I need to see how many people want to see my channel succeed instead of seeing Warframe succeed. I know views are going to be low. It's a really good probability that I'm going to pick up a part-time job. Although with Railjack and everything else probably not going to be seeing the light of day till 2021, it was going to go that direction anyways. I'm not resigning my partnership because if Warframe actually does decide to get its shit together, I'll stay in contact with the devs and maybe we can actually work together for the first time forever. But for now, I'll only be covering major stuff, and that's a hard maybe at that. So one more thing before I cut this video, I'm sure a lot of you have already put in the comment section to go kill myself and such. I want to say to all the other content creators, because I know you guys watch my videos, I am surprisingly well known among the actual content creators more than the Warframe community. It's kind of funny. But I want you guys, you other video makers, streamers, article makers, etc. I want you guys to know that you deserve success and respect from your communities. Stop being afraid to voice your concerns and disagreements, not only with digital extremes, but anything that asks you for feedback. I won't give names because I don't want you to flame them, but over the past 2 years I've been doing this, I've had partner after partner after partner tell me how absolutely done and disgusted they are by both DE and the community together. A lot of your favorite YouTubers honestly hate making Warframe content because of you guys. And they tell me how they want to branch out and make videos that they're actually proud of and not just, 10 minutes of unrelated background footage where they talk over a microphone like we've all been doing, because that's how easy it is to make Warframe content. And they can't branch out because none of you will ever give their other videos a slight chance in hell and ever getting more than 2,000, 3,000% of their original Warframe viewer base. Some of you actually go out of your way to downvote or dislike people's videos simply for not being Warframe. And if you're someone who does that, let me just be front and honest, you're a piece of shit. So, with all that said, I may not be the first, and I'm sure as hell not going to be the last, but this is my official decision that I'm putting Warframe officially on the back burner. Warframe community, get your shit together. You used to be so much better than this. Digital Extremes, I'll stay in touch, but you've made it abundantly clear that veteran player feedback is not something you're really looking for right now. So that's basically that. I'm going to be redesigning a lot of things in the channel. The logo is probably going to stay the same just because I like it, but we'll see. I already have 2 reviews for 2 different games and a character study in the works. We're taking this channel places. We're not just going to turn to like a random shitpost channel. We're still going to be... It's still going to be me, the Reaper Hunter, just not around Warframe anymore. So I'll end this by saying thank you all of you who supported my decision to branch out. You guys are the real MVPs of the channel. I really want to give a real special thanks to my patrons, old and new. They've come to the rescue of multiple clutch moments for me, and I'm really, really thankful. And with all that said, this is my official temporary / mixed resignation from the Warframe community. And as always, I am the Reaper Hunter. I'll catch you all later.